Welcome to Spiritualist Desert Church. Good morning, good day. Some of us are on a different time zone than Las Vegas, but we're here anyway, all together. If you're joining us via Zoom, please remember that your microphones are muted throughout the service as we record these services for posting on our YouTube channel. If you're viewing us on YouTube and would like to join us live, send us an email request for an invitation. Thanks for joining us this morning. A warm welcome to everyone who's with us physically on Zoom, later on YouTube, and all those who have joined us today from the spirit side of life. We welcome everyone. My name is Nola Bonecutter-Vale, and I'll be your chairperson this morning. I'm a longtime member of Spiritualist Desert Church, and I've served in the past on the board and on the pastoral committee. The Reverend Vicky Homann will be delivering our sermon today. Louise Barkdull will lead us in a guided meditation, and she'll also bring us spirit greetings later in the service, along with Alice Robertson. Lynn Collier is our Zoom moderator today. Thank you to all those who are serving the church today. Please join me now as we open our service with a prayer. Infinite intelligence, thank you for this day and the time we share together. We ask for your assistance and guidance in opening our hearts and minds to the service. Help us to find inspiration for our spiritual growth and understanding to create more peaceful, loving lives for ourselves and those around us. In love, light, and truth, amen. Spiritualist Desert Church is a chartered member of the National Spiritualist Association of Churches, headquartered in Lilydale, New York. The NSAC Spiritualist Manual provides us with the definitions of our religion. I'd like to share these definitions of spiritualism and of being a spiritualist with you now. Spiritualism is the science, philosophy, and religion of continuous life based upon the demonstrated fact of communication by means of mediumship with those who live in the spirit world. Spiritualism is a science because it investigates, analyzes, and classifies facts and manifestations demonstrated from the spirit side of life. Spiritualism is a philosophy because it studies the laws of nature, both on the seen and unseen sides of life, and bases its conclusions upon present observed facts. It accepts the statements of observed facts of past ages and conclusions drawn therefrom when sustained by reason and by results of observed facts of the present day. Spiritualism is a religion because it strives to understand and to comply with the physical, mental, and spiritual laws of nature, which are the laws of God. A spiritualist is one who believes it's the basis of his or her religion in the communication between this and the spirit world by means of mediumship, and who endeavors to mold his or her character and conduct in accordance with the highest teachings derived from such communication. As spiritualists, we have no dogmas or creeds, but we do have 9 principles that we strive to live by. Please join me now in declaring these principles. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes proven through mediumship. Well, this morning it's my great pleasure to introduce our speaker for today, the Reverend Vicky Homann. She's an ordained minister of the National Spiritualist Association of Churches. She, along with Alice Robertson and 5 others, reopened our church, the Spiritualist Desert Church, when it had to close some years ago, quite a few years ago now. Reverend Homann served our church from the beginning of its reopening as pastor, served on the board, and is now advisor for the pastoral committee. She served us for many, many years. She taught us, mentored us. None of us would actually be here without her work and that of Alice Robertson. So we appreciate both of you, but it's my pleasure. Please welcome the Reverend Vicky Homann.
Good morning, everyone. I too would like to welcome each and every one of you who have chosen to be here today in the physical, but also all those in spirit who are with us. Not only our healers and our doctors and our teachers and our guides, but our loved ones step in as well. I'd like to share with you this morning the children's healing prayer. I ask God's healing power to make me whole and new, whole and well. I know that I work with God through my thoughts and actions to make this healing happen. I ask God's healing power to heal other people near and far away. I trust that God will answer this healing prayer. Amen. This city, our country, our nation, our world is in need of healing. There are many that need physical healing, but there's even a greater need for emotional healing. As spiritualists, we know that we are connected to all that is, to every person, every bird, every flower, even to the air that we breathe. When harm comes to one, it affects all. One can feel stress, anxiety, anger, panic, and fears that's enveloping our city and our world. Healing is a very vital and powerful part of spiritualism. Each and every one of us are capable of sending healing energy. We are first and foremost spiritual beings, using this physical body only for a short period of time. We send out healing energy every Sunday, Thursday, and many of us send out healing energy at other times during the week. I want to share with you today how I send healing energy to others. I find a nice quiet place to sit in where I won't be disturbed. I relax. I concentrate on my breathing. I say our prayer for spiritual healing. And then I say another prayer. I thank infinite intelligence for allowing me to be a conduit for healing. I ask that my band of healers, doctors, and chemists be present to help me remain an open conduit. I ask that healing energy be sent to all souls on the spiritual plane and on the earth plane that are in need of healing. I ask that healing energy be sent for the highest and best good. I also ask that healing be sent to the elements, to the earth, to the water, to air, and to fire. I then send out thoughts of love, light, peace, and harmony. When I'm finished, I say another prayer, thanking infinite intelligence, my healers, doctors, and chemists, and any other spirit that was involved in this healing. This is just an example of how I send out healing energy. You can create your own. There's only one thing that I ask, and that is always ask for the highest and best good. Now, besides sitting in a meditation and sending out healings, there are many other ways we can do this. One is to just listen. You know, sometimes people are like ducks. They can sit on top of the water, just calm and peaceful, but right underneath the water, their little feet are just paddling like crazy. People are like this sometimes. So sometimes they just need to talk to get it out. You know, they don't necessarily need you to solve their problems for them. They just need to have somebody to listen. And that can mean a great deal. Another thing that everyone can do is smile. A smile is a wonderful gift. And a simple smile, it can travel around the world. And it's healing the entire way. Another gift we experienced this morning, and that's laughter. Laughter can be so healing and so uplifting, as long as you're laughing with. We sometimes forget the most important person that could use the healing. That's us, individuals. I want to share with you some of the ways that I send healing to myself. Now, these things work for me, and I hope they'll work for you. One of the best things is what we just did for everyone else. I send healing to myself. I find that space and ask my healers and doctors to concentrate on me. I visualize a part of my body that needs healing, and I see it as healthy and whole. I can lower my blood pressure through meditation. And I don't have any records for it, but you know, every time I go to the doctor, they always have to take my blood pressure twice. And one of these days I'll figure it out and do it early. But my blood pressure is sky high at the doctor's office. Then I take a couple of minutes and I just meditate. I just relax. I just reconnect. And my blood pressure is a lot lower by quite a few points. meditation can help with anxiety. Many of you know my friend Rena. When her son was in 5th grade, he almost didn't get out of 5th grade. And I was talking to him, and he was having test anxiety. He knew the stuff, but every time he went in to take a test, everything went out the window. I taught him how to meditate. And to this day, and he's in his 30s now, he still meditates. He not only got through 5th grade, he went on to college and graduated one of the tops in his class. And he credits it's all to meditating. Every time before he went in to take a test, he would meditate. So use this. It works. Your health is connected to your thoughts. Every thought is a vibration. When you put energy behind those thoughts, you attract those thoughts to you. You know, if you worry about not having enough money to pay the bills, then you're going to attract things to you that require money. Maybe they raise your rent. Maybe you have problems with your car. Maybe you have to go to the doctor. But you attract things to you that you worry about. Well, the big question is how do you switch your thoughts? How do you shift those around so you're not thinking like that? Not thinking the lack of. Well, several years ago, the Reverend Cozy Allen taught this class, and she had each one of us write for a week in a notebook. Every time we had a negative thought, we had to write it down. This made us aware of how many negative thoughts we were having. But it also stopped us. So then we could think of something positive. We could change that negative thought around. It worked. Check with Nola. It worked wonders for her. Another thing we can do to shift our thoughts is to sing. Now, I know many of you know me, and you know I can't sing, but I'll still belt it out. It doesn't matter. It works. It works. I used to work with emotionally disturbed kids. They had a chance of being there or in jail. So these were the hardcore kids, and we worked out in the woods. And whenever I felt a shift in the energy, felt it was going down that wrong path, I suggested we start singing. And we did. And everyone would sing together, and the energy totally shifted. Trust me, it works. And again, when you shift your thoughts, sometimes I was sitting here the other day, and Yankee Doodle Dandy came on TV. Before I knew it, I was just wanting to dance around, and I was laughing, and I felt good. I felt, I didn't even think I was depressed, and I'm not, but I felt so much better. Try it. Listen to something good. Sing. There are all sorts of things out there that can uplift you. When you're driving in traffic and you start feeling that road rage, start singing to yourself, or start singing out loud. Or maybe think of James Cagney doing his little dancing. That changes your thought pattern. It won't hurt. it makes me feel good. And so I know it can make you feel good as well. I also use color to help me change my thought patterns. I can think of a color that will help change the vibration of what's around me. Every color has its own vibration. And colors mean different things to different people. So when I think of blue, it's calming. So if I'm in a situation it's disturbing, I just think of blue. When I want energy, I think of red. When I think of love, I think of pink. And sometimes I think black, or I'll wear black. And some people see black as a real negative color, and it's not. To me, it's not positive or negative. It just is. It's like a void. To me, it's a safe place. So think of black. Another thing that can help change thoughts is writing. And I know the Reverend Cozy Allen wants us to journal all the time, and we should, but this is another form of writing. Sometimes writing just to get the pain out. When I was in my 20s, my brother passed away. And I was angry. I was real angry that he left me, and that he left me with the family situation I was in. How dare he? And I ended up going to see a psychiatrist to deal with this. And the one thing he said is to write a letter to my brother. And I did that. And I shared what I was going through with him. That helped so much. You can write the letter and then you can burn it. You can throw it away. It doesn't matter. It's just getting those feelings down on paper. It helps tremendously, or at least it helped me. Affirmations are also wonderful. They can be said at any time during the day or night, and can be said as many times as you want. Here's some of the affirmations that I use. And again, you can make your own. I am happy, I am healthy, I am whole. I am complete in every way, filled with courage and inner strength. I am at peace with myself, and I accept myself as I am. I try to say those every day. Makes me feel better. Prayer is another form of healing. You know, when we meditate, God talks to us. When we pray, we talk to God. Prayer can be soothing. You can pray, you ask for things. But then you also give thanks. One of the best ways that I know of self-healing is embracing our principle number 8. And that is, the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul here or hereafter. I know that whatever I do or have done will be forgiven. The children's version of our 8th principle is every day is a new beginning. I might have a bad day today, but I know that tomorrow is a new beginning. That doorway allows me to forgive myself. And that's one of the hardest things to do. It's so important for me to be able to look in that mirror and look into my eyes and say, I love you exactly as you are at this moment in time, realizing that I cannot be perfect. We talk all the time about unconditional love for others. It's time we show some unconditional love to ourselves, loving ourselves without judgment. We all make mistakes. It's okay. Just show love to yourself. Be yourself. Love you because you are unique and you are special. To thine own self be true. God bless. And embrace yourself with love.
Thank you, Reverend Vicky Homann. That was a wonderful sermon today. I noticed you're still teaching us. Thank you. Thank you. Right now, we'd like to set some time aside in our service for our love offering and announcements. If you would please join me in our offertory prayer. Infinite intelligence, as we accept these gifts given freely out of love and dedication, we give thanks for our continued abundance, both material and spiritual. We ask a blessing on those who give and that they may be rewarded many times over for their selfless generosity. In the same spirit, we dedicate the use of these gifts for only the highest and best, and we will use them wisely for the benefit of this church, our community, and for all humanity. Amen. We continue to accept love offerings, donations by cash or check to the address on your screen. In addition, we have PayPal available through our website, or there is a link posted in the chat. Thank you for your continued support of Spiritualist Desert Church. As you are aware, our physical building is closed due to the pandemic. Our board of directors and the pastoral committee remain active and are available if you need assistance. If you have any questions about spiritualism, please get in touch. Or if you're interested in becoming a member, let us know. Please reach out to us via any of the methods listed on the screen. Our weekly newsletter also has contact information on the last page. If you would like to be added to our email list, please let us know. You may also watch the recording of this Zoom service or any of our previous Zoom services on our YouTube channel. Search Spiritualist Desert Church on YouTube. I'd like to thank all the visiting workers who joined us today. The Reverend Vicky Homann, of course, the Reverend Paula Molino, the Reverend Jennifer Rawson, all from Spiritualist Desert Church, and the Reverend Bonnie Crozier, who has joined us today. Thank you. Thank you for being with us today. We're going to begin the healing portion of our service. As we begin the healing portion of our service, we invite you to join us in a meditation led by Louise Barkdull. Please join me now in the prayer for spiritualist healing. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. Now join me in welcoming Louise Barkdull.
Thank you, Nola. I would like to welcome everyone who has joined us here in the physical today, as well as all those in spirit who come in and spend time with us, support us, and love us. I would like everyone to please just get into a comfortable position, seated if possible, and feet on the floor if possible. And begin by focusing on your breath. Just very simply note when you inhale and note when you exhale. Just fully focus on your breath. That's going to help us begin to center ourselves and get us into the right space in our minds for the next few minutes that we spend healing ourselves. So again, just conscientiously focus on your breathing and breathe in as fully as possible. And when you exhale, exhale as fully as possible. As we focus on our breathing, reach out to your doctors, your chemists, and your healers and invite them in for the next few moments to spend time with us, be with us, help heal us. We do our part by being open to them and that healing. As you continue breathing, we're going to go on a little journey. I used to live up in the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. And so today I would like us just to take a short little hike. And because we are able to manage this hike, there is nothing in our physical bodies that's going to hold us back. So we're just going to take a little hike up into the hills. And as we're hiking up the trail, we feel the sun beating down on us, gently and warm. The sky is a beautiful blue. And we're headed upwards, which is good because we always like to raise our vibration. And this is the physical representation of us rising our vibration. So as we continue to hike up, we're going to end up in this beautiful meadow filled with wildflowers and surrounded by aspen trees. And I want us to be a little bit closer to the aspen trees. And as we get closer to them in this field of flowers, you can walk around the aspen trees or you can sit in the flowers, wherever you're most comfortable. But I really want you to focus on these trees because these trees are fantastic. And to me, they're a great representation of us. Aspen trees are beautiful. The leaves change color. You can actually take the leaves and rub them on your skin and they act like a protectant from the sun. But the really wonderful thing about the aspen trees is if you were to look underground, they're all connected. It's one giant root system. And each aspen tree grows up through the earth from that root system. And that is just like us. When you're just looking at the trees, we all look like individuals. But when you look deeper and under the ground, we are all connected. We help each other. We support each other. We help heal each other. Because we're all connected. We each have that spark of the divine within us. Spirit works with all of us. It's up to us how much we decide to work with them. As the trees above ground, we soak in the sun. We have that fresh air to breathe, which are two of the best things for us when we want to be happy, healthy, and whole. And underneath that ground again, it's like we're all holding hands. We all have that connection and the love and the healing that we share with each other. We also receive from each other. And we all know that there is strength in numbers. All of us connected, sharing this healing. Again, I'm going to ask you to breathe it in. Feel the healing coursing through each one of us individually and then out through the whole of us, touching all of us, each of us gaining health and strength and love. Take just a couple more breaths. And then it will be time to no longer hold hands, but still be able to feel the vibration of each other, that connection remaining with each other. Something we'll be able to carry back with us. It is time to start heading back. Walking past those beautiful flowers. Saying goodbye to the aspen trees, but remembering the community. And then coming back to the here and now. Thanking our doctors and our chemists and our healers for being with us. Again, focusing on our breath, inhaling and exhaling fully. Bringing you fully back. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Being fully present. Healthy. Happy, whole, and energized for the rest of the day and until we meet again. God bless.
Louise, what a wonderful meditation. Thank you. We continue to maintain our healing list and send out absent healing prayers on a daily basis. If you'd like to add someone to our healing list, please send us an email request with the first name only. Also, remember to include your pets if you'd like. Now we're going to move into the message portion of our service. By definition, a medium is one whose organism is sensitive to vibrations from the spirit world and through whose intelligences in that world are able to convey messages and produce the phenomena of spiritualism. A medium proves the continuity of life through evidence provided by spirit. Please understand that all mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. A psychic reads your energy, your aura. A medium brings through someone who has lived here on the earth plane. It is also important to know that a medium is not a medical doctor and therefore cannot and will not diagnose or prescribe. Also, please be aware that although this service is being recorded for you on YouTube, the message portion of the service will not be posted on that platform. As our service comes to a close, we'd like to invite you to join us afterwards in a virtual fellowship. Now we'd like to close our service with a benediction from the Reverend Vicky Homann.
Infinite intelligence, we do thank you for bringing us together here today, those in the physical as well as all those in spirit. We know that whatever path that we are on at this very moment in time is indeed the path for our highest and best good. We ask you help us walk this path in love and in light, in peace and in harmony, in joy and in laughter, in gratitude and in forgiveness. We do love you and we do thank you. And so it is.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us today.